freezing temperatures, -7 degrees. Oh my word, this could be the coldest soccer game in history. Actually, I beg to differ. There was colder games than this one, but definitely in coldest games in Miami history, because going up to Kansas City in sub-zero temperatures and FS2, they commented the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, they just had to bring up the Dolphins game between us and the Kansas City Chiefs. The border, well, they call it the border, but it's really the same city, except it's in the Missouri side. At Arrowhead Stadium, they talked briefly about the similarities with these two matchups and the playoff game between the Dolphins and the Chiefs, and how that game was really frigid temperatures. They said this is a little bit worse. This game regarding temperatures is worse. I beg to differ. But it's still no excuse to not play ball and try to win the game. The Dolphins clearly needs to take notes from Inter Miami, because even without the equipment, even without the pads, they still balled and they still won the game despite having a away goal advantage. But it's Sporting Kansas City going up against Inter Miami, where we had some trolls over social media how the Herons can't fly in the Arctic. Colorado made a comment and calling us out with not being able to handle the cold. They were talking about how a flamingo can't fly in the Arctic or anything like that, which needless to say, it was. I guess they had to get involved. Kansas City, on the other hand, had the right to get involved with this one because they're playing against us. Colorado not the Avalanche, the Rapids had no business at all whatsoever to talk about us. They should mind their own business against LAFC. So, however, this game, Inter Miami won in sub-zero temperatures. So, point at all South Florida teams. This is possible. This is possible to play at an outdoor temperature like this if you're able to and win, especially if you're from Florida, right? So it is possible. But let us get started. Goalkeeper for them, it's a Postcamp for Kansas City. Usteri, like I said in the preview, it wouldn't be surprising if he makes this start, because not only the fact that he plays so good in preseason, but also too that Drake Callender is still out of injury. But let us get started here. So it's what you would expect in the first half, very slow moving, feeling each other out, and also to not to do too much, especially in the frigid temperatures. Too many fouls. And then the first shot attempt actually came in the 8th minute. Luis Suarez with the shot attempt, he misses to the left. There was a corner kick for Inter Miami that just went nowhere. Corner kick for Sporting KC that went nowhere as well. The set piece disruption for Inter Miami. Shot on target from Memo Rodriguez that was saved by Usteri. That was a great save there by Usteri. How about Usteri? He had a great game in this sub-zero temperature game. Inter Miami had a corner in the 16th minute. Then the following that, Noah Allen almost gets one in off the cross following the corner, but he missed it just to the right. I mean, that was close. Noah Allen once again missed it following that corner. I mean, I think this was repeated, but Lionel Messi in the 30th minute, actually a couple of times, Kansas City was called offside, and a little bit of a slow-moving game, a little bit boring, but I'm not going to nitpick because this is sub-zero temperatures, and there's no way that I want to nitpick a game where they're clearly not used to the frigid temperatures like this, especially if you're coming from Florida too. So I give the benefit of the doubt, as it could literally mean to anything. All they really had to do in this game, because considering they have an away goal advantage, they just have to survive this game. But in the 30th minute, Lionel Messi just missed it and sailed high and wide to the left. Allende missed it high and wide to the right in the 32nd minute. Luis Suarez just missed it to the right. My goodness. The corner kick for Kansas City. There was a shot attempt, but Danny Rosoro missed it to the left, just missed it. Messi gets blocked a couple minutes after. Corner kick for Inter Miami that went nowhere. Memo Rodriguez missed it close to the right. And no stoppage time in the first half. So we go to the second half scoreless. There was a substitution made from Kansas City to start off. Joaquin Fernandez replaces Danny Rosero. If I said it right, please let me know. I don't think I did. Slow few minutes. A pretty slow few minutes. There was a corner kick in the 53rd minute from Kansas City. Joaquin Fernandez missed it to the left, so that went nowhere. However, in the 56th minute, from the good ball and good pass from Sergio Busquets to the GOAT, I was told that he is soft. Messi is soft. He is incapable and too wussed out to play in the sub-zero temperatures. But in the 56th minute, he scores, and he just scores in the bottom left corner past Kansas City's goalkeeper, and that wound up being a game-winning goal. 1-0 Miami. The GOAT does it again, and of course, he has to be the one to score first in Inter Miami season. He has to be that one to score first in the season for Inter Miami. Well-deserved, and of course, you have to acknowledge the GOAT, Lionel Messi, the greatest of all time, once again, and he scores in the 56th minute in the Concacaf round 1 first leg, and that's pretty much that. That's pretty much it for that one. Once again, he flat out freaking got it. He got it in, past the goalkeeper from the bottom left corner, and that one went in. The best in the business, and he did that in sub-zero temperatures too. But I was told he was soft. Anyway, there was a delay in the match because a streaker, not like a little bit of a streaker, I wouldn't call it a streaker really, but a really good fan, really jumped on the pitch to take selfies with the GOAT, with Messi, which is, you really shouldn't do that while he's playing a game. Do that after or before the game. But he was able to get a selfie. At least I hope he got a selfie off. And the game was able to continue. Corner kick for Inter Miami, which was close, but it didn't go anywhere. 3 substitutions for Kansas City. Manu Garcia comes in for Memo Rodriguez. Logan Ndembe, if I said it right, replaces Tim Labold. And William Aganda, I think it's Lagada. Forget it. Replaces Dejan Yaveljic. If I said it wrong, I don't know. I tried. Saloy for Kansas City with a shot attempt off the breakaway for a little bit. But Usteri that ball went right towards Usteri, and he saved it. I mean, that was a great save, needless to say. A couple of offsides from both sides. A few fouls later. Eric Tommy, and I'll give this to Eric Tommy. Eric Tommy for Kansas City, he's fast. Even in the sub-zero temperatures, he's fast. So you can imagine how he plays when it's normal temperatures, But he had a shot attempt in the 71st minute. That was a great save as well by Usteri to keep the game at shutouts. First substitution came in the 73rd minute, though, as I would have loved it if there was a little bit earlier. But substitution made is Fafa Picao comes in for Allende. First substitution in the season, in the real season for Inter Miami, it's Fafa. I mean, the way how he played in the preseason, I'm really happy that he's part of our team, and he's a really fast player and not bad for a home player. I know they said he's from New York City, but he grew up solely in Miami. But anyway, 74th minute, a yellow card has been issued to Manu Garcia for a little bit like a jersey tuck a little bit. That's enough to warrant a yellow. A few minutes later, offside to Kansas City. Saloy was called offside. This is where Kansas City started to pick up the urgency. And this is where Inter Miami's defense is tested, especially in the sub-zero temperatures. Federico Redondo with the yellow card shown as a bad foul. It was a little bit of a high hit right here, which is, warranted a yellow card. Fine. Mahanja Radoha shot attempt was blocked. Corner kick for Kansas City. That went nowhere. Final substitution made for Kansas City. Steven Afrefa comes in for Danielle Saloy. Corner kick for Kansas City. That was got it away. There was a handball for Radoha. A second substitution for into Miami. That is Robert Taylor coming in for Luis Suarez. And in 3 minutes of stoppage, Fafa strikes one, but that went sailed and high wide to the left. And then a few fouls later, into Miami trying to get that second goal to feel comfortable for the next game. They just couldn't get that final touch. But it didn't matter though, because they won this game 1-0 over Kansas City in Kansas City, Kansas. And imagine that. They won a game in Kansas City, Missouri, and now they won the game in Kansas City, Kansas. That's pretty good. Now, with this one, with 1-0 victory, job is not done. We still have the second leg to play next week on Tuesday. Hopefully it remains Tuesday because I tend to go to that game. And also too, the first leg is 1-0 in the first leg. So in the second leg, it's at Chase Stadium, so the temperatures will be better. I expect to be a better game for both sides, especially with Miami trying to finish it off. They have a 1-0 lead in aggregation. All they need to do is hold off, and they advance to the round of 16 against Cavalier, who I found out it is a Caribbean champion. But in terms of statistics in this game, 59.4% of possession goes into Miami. So Inter Miami had more of a possession time. Out of the entire game, really, in the entire game, only one shot on target. I don't buy it. I thought there was more than one shot on target. But the only shot on target is that goal from Messi, which means Kansas City has 0 saves. Really? I could have sworn he had 1 save. But Kansas City, 3 shots on target, and all 3 were saved by Terry. 9 shot attempts for Miami, 7 shot attempts for Kansas City, 12 fouls for Inter Miami, 8 fouls for Sporting Kansas City. Both teams with 1 yellow card, 5 corner kicks for Kansas City and 4 corner kicks for Miami. And once again, 3 saves from Terry, none for Kansas City, as it was the only shot on target turned out to be a goal, and that's a soft Messi. So, yeah, man, there you go. That's gonna do it for this particular one. Tomorrow, I plan on doing a preview for the regular season. In MLS, we'll talk about the upcoming match between Miami and New York City FC. And the whole season. They recently they changed the time for the season opener, MLS season opener, from 2:30 to now 7:30, and to get some rest in between the times. I don't know why they didn't do that last season, but this time they did it, and it's gonna be a 7:30 kickoff, the normal time. And then the following is the Tuesday match between Miami and Kansas City, which I'm hoping to attend that game. But anyway, guys, there you go. That's going to do it for this one. If you like this one, hit the like button, subscribe for content, because Miami TVG are back. And when he does, he'll be right there with the fear team you deserve. This is Miami TVG. Signing off, folks. Adios.